This thing was definitely due for some maintenance. Yeah, so there's sand all over it and inside of it. Not the most ideal thing ever. Oh shit. Yeah, it's all up in there. Fuck. I don't know if you can see, well, you can see a lot of metal in that oil. It's really unfortunate. Alright, so this thing has been sitting for about a year. It's August 2022 now. Last year I was getting it ready for a trip, and then you saw what happened. I just threw it in storage and forgot about it. But now it's time to bring it back out. So let's go ahead and get this thing home and throw it on the bench. Somebody back in the day drilled a hole in the airbox on the right side under this panel on the opposite side. I never saw this hole. And what happens is when this tire is digging through heavy sand like we were riding in, kicking sand up here in that fender, which is kind of acting like a catcher's mitt, had nowhere to go but inside the airbox through the hole. So that's how we got so much sand in there, is that hole. With that fender on, obviously blocked off, it's pretty dark, you can't really see it, or at least I never noticed it. But with the fender off, it's clear as day. I had the wrong type of filter on for the heavy sand we were riding. I should have had like a secondary filter, like a bag on top of this filter. Did not have it, and I got enough sand in the back that it just toasts the motor. Really unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? So we'll get this apart now, and we'll continue breaking all this down. We'll get this head off, and then we'll start getting ready to ship everything out to get it machined. As we continue tearing down the bike, there's a few things I'm noticing I'm missing, like the little rubber band that kind of holds the tank down. There's really nothing holding it other than the fuel line and the front mount here. I guess that bolt's holding it as well. But I'm taking notes so I can order all these pieces and have them replaced. I'm trying to go back with as much of an OEM look as I can. Also have something really cool coming for a gas tank. I really think that's gonna be a big game changer for this bike. It's gonna really set it apart. So let's continue on. Let's get this tank off of here. Start prepping to pull the cylinder head.
Sometimes love is a river running strong, moving like a wave through a rocky riverbed. Sometimes love is a dancer in the dark, spinning, laughing, twirling through the back door of your heart. And every time I think of you, well, something happens in my mind. And every time I try to leave, you're keeping me occupied. I'm losing track of time. Track of time. Sometimes love is a thought we held too long. Sometimes it's alright just to be a little wrong, with no sense of consequence, the strength to carry on. The day breaks in the darkest places right before the dawn. So if you ever lie awake with situations in your mind, and you try to sleep it off, night keeps on passing by, you're losing track of time. You're losing track of time.
Okay, I've been fighting with this for a while. These two inner 8mm broke off, So let's see if we can get this valve cover off with those still stuck in the motor. Oh, I feel like I forgot something. That's loose. That's loose. I feel like there's something on this side that doesn't want to give. Could just be resting on that bolt. That could be a problem. There we go. All right. For 29 years old, she looks pretty good. Now these two bolts broke off. I just realized that's going to be a big problem. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's just, I don't, these felt like they were really long bolts. Like they had a lot of give when you twisted them. And I don't know if they're going all the way through, but hopefully they're just stuck there. If not, if they are, I can get those out. But if they're not, that's going to be a bitch. A lot of metal. Holy shit. I thought that was, I put fresh oil in this. You can see there. Oh man, that might need a lot more than just a, wow. All right, well, we're exploring. Shit. So let's let's pull this head off and see what's down below.
Hello, Liza. How do you do? I'm writing you a letter. I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me. I'm still kicking around here in Tennessee. I heard you got a new place. I heard you got a new job. I heard you got a haircut, and it looks real nice. Are you ever lonely? Do you ever think of me? I heard you got a new man. I hope it treats you right. And before you toss this letter away, there's something that I've got to say. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no. When the world turns ugly, we turn inside. Try to find a good thing we can stand behind. All my friends tell me she's the one that got away, but you never left me like a ghost you stay. There's nothing else worth thinking of when you find the one you love.
Okay, moment of truth. See if we forgot anything. Oh, baby. This is gonna suck. Okay. Spooky. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, here's the top of the cylinder head. You can see all that black debris is metal. and there's a little bit of like a hot spot on that cam right there. In the piston, look at that! Look at that! That's insane! There's some scratches, but that's like the cleanest piston I've ever seen. I guess there's some like back here on this part of the wall. Yeah, you can kind of feel it with your fingernail and you can kind of see it. Some scratches in there. We're going to tip this over together now because I haven't seen the bottom side. I thought maybe a valve was stuck or something, but she doesn't look terrible. Looks like whatever happened, this is the right side of the motor because that was a timing chain. Definitely a lot more going on over there than over here. So maybe that valve, and you can see all this oil. I think that valve, the seal was maybe leaking, and that was what, or that is how we were getting so much oil, because this side of the motor is the left-hand side, and this side is clean. That side's kind of clean. That is definitely the most of our issue there. Maybe it's time to grind in new valve seats, because that would make sense. If we're sucking in sand, it's going to get smashed up in there and destroy that valve seat. But this doesn't look bad at all. Let's go around. I mean, come on. For 29 years old, it ran great. It didn't seem to have any loss of compression. That looks really good. I mean, we're already there. We might as well pop these 8s off and get this jug out of here and take a look all the way through. Oh, baby. Oh, God. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, no. Oh, I have fucked up. I have fucked up. Fucked up real bad. Real bad. Oh, no. The piston's crooked. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go back in. Oh, don't do that either. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but that'll work. Oh my God. Woo! Well, that was fun. Let's get this dirt off of there. There you go, 600R piston. It really looks to be in fine shape. This jug definitely got some scoring on it. Okay, we got this in my parts washer. Just knock some of the oil off. Oh yeah. I'm gonna need those. Cross hatching at the bottom is factory, so you get an idea how it's supposed to look. And then this is the top. So she's definitely burning oil from the rings and looks like the valves as well. So we'll get this thing sent out, get its first bore, and we'll come back. And here's the piston. Again, the piston, it just looks fantastic. Front and back. Well, nope. Oh, okay, that's just a side-to-side play on the piston, the pin here. See, that's side-to-side. There is no side-to-side or up and down play on the bearings down low. So our crank and everything is fine. We'll just have to pop this guy off. And I'm going to send the probably the head and the jug out together. They're going to machine a piston to match the jug wherever I set it down at. And that'll be about 3 or 4 weeks from now till I get that back. I think the place I'm going through is in Plymouth, Wisconsin. I think they're called Millennium Machine. Be like $180 to machine the piston to match and $100 to bore out the cylinder, labor and parts and everything. Like somewhere around $300 to fix it. But that doesn't include gaskets and everything else to put this thing back together. So I'm going to stop there for now. Obviously got to get this sent out and get parts ordered. So we're going to pump the brakes for here. But in the next video, I got that cool little thing to mess with. That's a 2009 CRF 150RB that I picked up, and it runs, but it needs a lot of love. So we'll work on that while we're waiting on parts for this. If you like what we're doing here, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. If you don't like what I'm doing, hit the dislike button. Give me some feedback. Or if you really want to see what's going on, hit the subscribe button. Half of my, like 55 to 60% of my viewers aren't subscribed, and it would really help me out to bump those numbers up, to get on that algorithm. Also, stick around with this build. This is just the beginning. This thing's been in my family for years. I'm never going to sell it, but I am going to build it. So I was published in a magazine back in 2016. I'm going for my second publication. I'm going to do a full Paris-Dakar build with this bike. I'm talking full regalia, but doing it with OEM Honda parts. So OEM 7.4 gallon fuel tank, OEM 18-inch wheels. Basically building this thing out to race Paris-Dakar. Imagining if Honda kept going into the 90s, what would they take to race Paris-Dakar? But yeah, if you want to see that, please subscribe. It'd help me out a lot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.